Head teachers are to be given the authority to ban pupils from wearing the full-face veil or niqab in school. The Department of Education says schools will have the right to ban religious dress on security, safety or learning grounds. The new guidelines were promised after a 12-year-old girl failed to get the High Court to overturn her Buckinghamshire school's ban on the niqab. But will it now be harder for other pupils to take their schools to court? Katie Razzle reports.
It's a sensitive and thorny issue that's reached the highest court in the land. Shabina Begum eventually lost her long battle to be allowed to wear the jilbab, the full-length Islamic gown, at school when the House of Lords ruled it would be irresponsible for a court to overrule the decision of her head teacher. Miss Begum had accused Denby High School in Luton, which does allow pupils to wear less all-encompassing religious dress, of infringing her human rights. Another, this time anonymous child in Buckinghamshire, is appealing last month's court decision to uphold her school's ban on the niqab, or full-face veil. Today, the Education Department issued new guidance which says schools must reasonably accommodate religious requirements,
providing they do not pose a threat to security, safety and learning, or compromise the well-being of the whole school community.
It adds, if they do,
schools are within their rights to take appropriate action, but they must make any decisions in consultation with parents and the local community.
I'm hoping that the guidance will provide us with much greater clarity in relation to religious forms of dress, such as the niqab. But in the end, it may well be that things get challenged by parents, and in the end, it may be the courts that decide. But if the courts have got this guidance to go on, albeit it's not statutory guidance, that does strengthen the hand of head teachers, and I think that's very important.
The guidelines are part of a wider set of pointers for consultation, which suggests schools should have uniforms to help instill discipline and pride, but these should be available to buy on the high street so poorer pupils aren't penalised. But it's the ruling on religious dress that's gaining headlines. This is political. Last year, Jack Straw talked of asking female constituents who visited him in full-face veils if they'd mind removing them. Tony Blair has called the niqab a mark of separation. The case of Aisha Azmi, the Dewsbury teaching assistant who was banned from wearing the veil at work, divided opinion. One Muslim group called today's guidelines shocking. A lawyer argues they don't clarify the situation.
I think what it does is leave us in the same uncertainty. We still don't know whether in school A you could wear a jilbab, a long dress down to the floor, or perhaps it will be allowed in school A but not in school B. We could still see a lot of variation and difference between different schools.
While the majority of schools do try to find the right balance, it's probably not the last time the courts will be asked to rule.